How's it? Today is Tuesday, October 31st. We are full on the reload here. Today is a Tuesday just like all the other Tuesdays. Very light work stuff. We're doing overhead warm ups at the beginning, and then no snatches, no clean plus power jerk. So no means no contact, no feet, no hook. So a lot of it is really lightweight. I think this is weights. I think that I'm doing everything today. These weights are from exact same weights from 3 weeks ago. I believe that is the case. So maybe it's 4 weeks ago, whatever the case is. Going to 90 for my top 2 sets of snatch, push plus overhead squat, 3+1s. These are super light. I mean, everything today is really light for a good reason. It's to just get extra movement in. It's the same reasoning as to why I was doing these for the beginning 5 weeks of the program, and I do think they're effective. I remember kind of questioning whether or not I would be getting a lot out of these movements when it first started, especially the no contact stuff, because to me, no contact stuff is arguably, you might end up practicing the wrong thing for no contact, no hook, no feet movements. You could have the wrong emphasis on what you are practicing, and then in those cases, you make the lift, but are you practicing what is effective? I mean, to me, I am practicing what is effective, but it's very easy to get lost in the sauce and just do what makes the movement work. Um, I guess what that means is if I pull with my arms really heavily, the positions that I'm hitting don't matter. If I use only upper body movements to guide my like overall execution, then I'm not doing the lift correctly. And I don't really do that, so that is a worthy thing to note. Here is my first and only warm-up set of my no hook, no feet, no contact snatches. I actually tried to turn the wrist wraps around today because if you watched yesterday, I ended up ripping the wrist wrap. It's ripping at the edge, the seam, and it's not like, okay, it's not ripping at the seam. Ripping at the seam to me sounds like you are pulling two things together that are sewed together. What I mean by ripping at the seam is like there's a hem there, which essentially reinforces the edge of the material, and it's ripping there. It's not good. So I tried to flip it around, and it didn't really help because there's a little elastic thing on the wrist wraps that creates a big bump when you wrap over it, and it felt really uncomfortable. It felt like it's pressing on one of my nerves in my hand, so it was almost like pain. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm doing one set of 5, one big long set of 5 for this no hook, no feet, no contact snatch. Today was the first day that I decided to do this, not due to time constraints. I think I like doing this. It feels like I am getting a lot more meaningful work because I'm a lot more tired, like towards the end. And like this is my 5th one right here, but it looks and it feels like I'm doing meaningful stuff, and that's more important to me than really anything else at this point, especially on a light day. So I actually do the same thing with my no hook, no feet, no contact cleans here, and it feels pretty good, to be honest. Instead of going to 60 like I did for my no contact or no hook, no feet, no contact snatches, I go to 80 for 3 sets of 2+1, or I guess 1 set of 3 2+1s. So we're clustering the 2+1, those 3 reps together 3 times. Really quickly, that's the first one there. Just adjust the weights, regroup, and then do it again. And like I said, like I feel like if I'm doing this style of lifting on this day, it helps because it simulates me being more tired overall. And, you know, as far as technique goes, I'm not necessarily thinking about too much. Whereas if I'm doing this on like Fridays, where I have to like lift a lot or lift pretty heavy weights, this is would be detrimental. You know, lifting like this would be detrimental because I have to think about too many technique things, and then at some point I'm gonna like say fuck it and just do whatever's gonna work to make it so that the lifts are made. So yeah, I mean, timing on these feels a lot better than they used to. I don't know if you'll ever notice, but like if you went back to the first couple weeks when I started doing these felt, they definitely looked weird, but today they felt productive. Oh yeah, look at these stupid wraps. I got a shot of it here when kind of closed up the stuff here. But yeah, it's ripping literally at the edge there. So looking at getting a new one there. Finish off today with some dips and some back extensions. Did all of the sets today. I think for the last couple of weeks of the high volume stuff, the triples, I ended up doing just one set, if at all, because I wanted to still get the blood moving, but I didn't want to work too hard to the point where I'm exhausted for the next day. And for what it's worth, you know, a lot of times towards the end of the workout, I would be exhausted on the day itself. So then my energy would just be like, oh, I ran out. So running on fumes here, and we're just gonna get through one set just so that I could get a little bit of blood flowing through those areas and move on with my day. But yeah, today was real simple, real quick. It was just a strange day overall. I have a lot of errands to do today, and hopefully I'll get them knocked out tomorrow or Thursday. But yeah, pretty excited for tomorrow. See what happens on cleans. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.